No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Aller. The sure hands, it's Dinkins. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well?
Breaks into the open. 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. They'll try to get outside. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you want to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Fires to the big fella. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
And that wasn't easy. Hitch route on 3rd down with tight coverage. The receiver doing a great job shielding the defender away from him, catching it and getting the 1st.
Quick release by the QB. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
And the pass is broken up, incomplete, and there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. 9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. To the air, it's Aller. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Making side adjustments here. They just keep firing. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
That is how you finish a drive. Nice drive put together. Don't kick threes. We need touchdowns. And that's a great job executing down here near the goal line. You got the 3rd and goal. You were physical enough to run the football in. Nice start to this football game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. When they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long, you're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments. Off the play fake on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Got it in the middle. It's Pena. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Now, Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Coltonecki, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
To throw, it's Aller. Makes the grab, it's Singleton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now, this guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Nittany Lions will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they've just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be better in the trenches this season if they want to win a Big Ten championship.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Got him downfield. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated. Now I'm going to go attack.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gets the back moving. Throws it back. Under fire. Grab near the marker. It's Durham. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass, and the defense did a really good job playing the pass. And 4th down now, it's decision time.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying to get the edge on the toss. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
Wants to throw. It's Aller. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. He's down right at the 17, and the clock will stop to move the chains on the 1st down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He makes a grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Reynolds. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going for the big play. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense. In a sudden change situation, they've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Might be changing the route. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed over the middle, it's Berry. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Now he'll throw back into the middle. He's got it along the sideline. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, LSU.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers!
LSU.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Saunders. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
The inside handoff. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. There he goes. The inside. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Houston is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Northwestern. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Will take over first and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Ready, set. Clear.
To the air. It's Nussmeier. Pressure coming. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the third quarter. This offense has thrown it time and time again. Nothing there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. The play action fake. Here comes the heat. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end. You're expecting them to punt.
LSU trying to convert a 4th down. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, you're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks. We'll make a play, and we'll take this over. And now we're going to try to make you pay for that decision.
Runs through a tackle. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them...
Scores on the sneak.
Man, those are so hard to stop defensively. We're just trying to dive in there on the D-line and create a pile and stuff them on 1st down, and the 2nd down they go to Old Faithful, run the quarterback sneak. Perfection.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. dive into the playbook here on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough... Turning on the Jets. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, LSU.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Johnson wants to throw it. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Singleton. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And wings it incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Caught near the sticks, it's Singleton. And they reacted well with the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Caught behind the line. It's Singleton. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. With the catch, it's Pena.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
And the Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Sends it back in motion on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Tigers want to move quickly.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly,
intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Charlotte ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory, and they look clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous unis. This team is buttoned up. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Here's the pressure. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He's got it on the outside. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore is not afraid to show off the gun. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Got it! And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Johnson looking to throw. Got his man in the middle. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Set to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. He'll start this drive firing. They get to him as he throws.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Now the play fake. He rifles one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10.
6-9-1, Gators score. Set, hut.
To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes, when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Looking to throw, it's Allard. Quick completion on the out route. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab and then did the rest himself and they put points on the board. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Trying to escape and get it himself. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
LSU quick to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back, and going to get the quarterback.
Trying play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the middle. Finds space on the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And how nice is it, David, on 3rd down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice 3rd down conversion.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. It can get frustrating chasing that quarterback, but you got to pull up. The roughing the passer penalty gives them the first down. Just going to keep it after the snap. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Quickly complete. He gets the 2-point conversion as they draw ever closer. A 69-yard touchdown drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And I I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Grab near the marker. It's Hudson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a man. It's Allard. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.